Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the second day of Opticon Options Trading Conference. So today, five speakers will be presenting on various aspects of options trading. Today's sessions will cover PCR ratio for index trading, volatility, option strategy optimizer, options valuation, options trading with order flow, and techno derivatives. We thank all our partners and sponsors for sponsoring the event. Our sponsor, Paytm Money, is the title sponsor of Opticon 2022. It's India's largest investment platform, bringing wealth creation to every Indian. It is trusted by more than 12 million users. Our second sponsor, Quantower, is the trading technology partner of Opticon 2022. Quantower is a broker neutral professional and full-featured trading platform that covers global financial markets and allow trading different asset classes such as equities, futures, options, FX, cryptocurrencies. Quantower has done over 60 integrations and allow trading most of the global markets through single platform. Today, over 50,000 active and professional traders use Quantower as their preferred trading platform. Some of the advanced analytical features offered by Quantower include order flow charts, market profile, full market depth visualization called DOM surface, and open API solution to do algorithmic trading. So let me introduce you with our first speaker of the day, Mr. Nitin Murarka, sir. He is professionally a chartered accountant. He is one of the well-respected and widely followed derivatives experts of India. With his strong 18 years of experiences in the domain of capital market, especially the derivatives, his specialization is data interpretation that are used to determine the existence and strength of trends in the stock market and to identify turning points in these trends. He has positioned himself as head of research derivatives at SMC Global Securities Limited. He is a regular speaker on the various news channels Zee Business, Nifty ke Nishanebaz, Nitin ka PCR, and Nitin Option Wale are much loved shows done by him by the investor audience. The Telegram channel Index Trading with Nitin Murarka is very popular among traders. So he'll be speaking today on trading index options in intraday using PCR ratio. We welcome you, Nitin sir, kindly.
Thank you for a very nice introduction. And good morning, everyone. And good morning, Karan. Good morning, all dear participants. Good morning, Rupali. And I'm really happy to see you all today morning, and hope next 1 hour we are going to enjoy the trading and the tricks of option trading. So, Karan, should I start?
Yeah, it's all yours.
Yeah, thank you. So my screen is visible, right?
Yes.
Okay. So if you see any sound issue or something, anything, just remind me. So I'm starting my presentation. Thank you all. So my topic for the day is index trading in options in intraday, and we will be talking on PCR ratio, put call ratio. हम बात करेंगे कि intraday में हम how to make profit in intraday index options and how we can use the tricks of PCR ratio. So for next 1 hour मैं कंटेंट पर डिस्कस करूंगा कि क्या क्या कंटेंट्स हैं, क्या ट्रिक्स हैं, कैसे हमें यूज करना चाहिए, कौन से पीरियड में ये इंडिकेटर की एक्यूरेसी कम होती है, कौन से पीरियड में इस इंडिकेटर की एक्यूरेसी ज्यादा होती है, how we can combine PCR ratio with technical charts or technical indicators, and then last half an hour we will have a question answer session. So please note down your questions during the content hour so that we can discuss in last half an hour. So trading index options in intraday. You all know markets are very volatile these days. Still there is lots of opportunity into the market. और किस तरीके से how we can capture that opportunity, we can look some of the historical data. हम देखेंगे कि पुराना डेटा में किस तरीके से ये काम किया है. कल फ्राइडे को जो मार्केट में ट्रेडिंग हुई, what the data was indicating and how the market moved on. Then again we will discuss the expiry day ki expiry day mein first half mein how the data was, how the PCR ratio was panning out, and then next second half market moved up, or how the data changed and how the market moved up. So what we will do is in this next 1 hour we will understand the concepts number one. Then we will try to backtest last 5 days data, यानी कि last 5 दिनों में data बन रहा था and what was the movement, so that we get the clear idea of the concepts, and then we will take a question answer. So it is put call ratio, PCR ratio. अब PCR ratio दो तरीके का होता है, one is a weekly PCR ratio and one is intraday PCR ratio. So what is PCR ratio? PCR ratio का मतलब हो गया put call की जो outstanding open interest है उसकी जब हम रेशियो कैलकुलेट करते हैं that is called PCR ratio. PCR put और कॉल यानी पुट की आउटस्टैंडिंग ओपन इंटरेस्ट डिवाइडेड बाय कॉल्स का आउटस्टैंडिंग ओपन इंटरेस्ट, इट इज कॉल्ड पीसीआर रेशियो. देयर आर टू काइंड ऑफ रेशियो, वन इज इंट्राडे रेशियो एंड द सेकंड इज वीकली रेशियो, यानी कि जो पूरे वीक की पोजीशन है उसकी रेशियो है, और वन इज इंट्राडे रेशियो. जब हम इंट्राडे ट्रेड करते हैं तो इंट्राडे रेशियो इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, बट व्हेन वी आर ट्रेडिंग पोजिशनल ट्रेड, लाइक हम अगर से 4-5 दिन या 3-4 दिन की पोजीशन ले रहे हैं, इन दैट केस वी नीड अ कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ वीकली पीसीआर एंड इंट्राडे पीसीआर. तो आगे लेट्स मूव कि क्या कैसे, व्हाट इज पीसीआर, हाउ वी कैलकुलेट इट, व्हाट आर द कॉन्सेप्ट्स बिहाइंड द पीसीआर. So agenda number 1. We will discuss how to trade Nifty options. Nifty options को हम कैसे ट्रेड कर सकते हैं. Then we will discuss how to trade Bank Nifty options in intraday. Bank Nifty options में क्या ट्रिक्स हैं, कैसे हम यूज कर सकते हैं. We will try to understand it with the Friday's data. Friday को क्या था, Bank Nifty का data was very strong, whereas Nifty का जो data था that was moderate to slightly sideways data. Finally what happened that Nifty went up, Bank Nifty went up और निफ्टी भी ऊपर मूव कर गई. सेम अगर एक्सपायरी डे के दिन आप देखेंगे तो बैंक निफ्टी का पीसीआर वाज ऑन द स्ट्रॉन्गर साइड, वेयरएज निफ्टी का डेटा नेगेटिव साइड था. तो जो लीडिंग इंडिकेटर है दैट ऑलवेज कम्स फ्रॉम अ बैंक निफ्टी. सो कभी भी अगर हमें ऐसा डेटा मिलता है कि बैंक निफ्टी और निफ्टी दोनों का डेटा में व्हेनेवर वी कंपेयर, वी ऑलवेज गिव मोर वेटेज टू द बैंक निफ्टी डेटा बिकॉज बैंक निफ्टी इज अ लीडिंग इंडिकेटर. And normally bank nifty follows the bank nifty. ऐसा क्यों होता है? Why so? Because when you analyze the weightage of nifty, so the major weightage comes from bank nifty, like HDFC Bank, ICICI Bank, Axis Bank, Kotak Bank. So these 4 stocks gives a very strong weightage to nifty, whereas अगर आप निफ्टी बैंक निफ्टी को लें तो इट इज अराउंड 30%, 33% जो वेटेज है दैट बैंक निफ्टी का वेटेज निफ्टी में आता है. सो दैट्स व्हाई बैंक निफ्टी इज ऑलवेज अ लीडिंग इंडिकेटर. प्लस अगर आप रिलायंस और एचडीएफसी लिमिटेड को साथ में ट्रैक कर लो, यानी इफ यू ट्रैक ओनली बैंक निफ्टी, इफ यू ट्रैक रिलायंस एंड इफ यू ट्रैक एचडीएफसी लिमिटेड, ये 6, यानी कि वन इज बैंक निफ्टी एंड देन रिलायंस एंड एचडीएफसी लिमिटेड. अगर आप केवल इन चीजों को आप ट्रैक कर लेते हो, then you will able to find the trend of Nifty, because 33% is Bank Nifty and then Reliance is around 10% and HDFC Limited is also around 6-7%. So it's approximately 50% of Nifty. So we will understand Bank Nifty को हम कैसे ट्रेड कर सकते हैं. Option writing in intraday. There are different kind of market participants. Mostly retail, they are interested in buying options. So we will discuss from a buyer's point of view and then we will discuss from a seller's point of view and क्या tricks हम use कर सकते हैं intraday में from a buyer's point of view and from a seller's point. Then entry is most important, कि किस level पे हमें trades में entry करना चाहिए, and this is the most crucial point for option trading, because मेरे साथ भी कई बार ऐसा होता है कि आई एम एबल टू फाइंड द राइट डायरेक्शन ऑफ मार्केट, बट स्टिल मेनी टाइम्स वी आर नॉट एबल टू मेक मनी. द प्रॉब्लम ओनली इज इन एंट्री, कि आप किस लेवल पे राइट एंट्री लेते हो. सपोज you are right into the direction that market will go up, but if we are not able to take a right entry in options, then despite being right, yani ki agar aap right bhi hoge, then also you will not be able to make money because the stop loss will hit, or in volatility we can decay the time value, or we can hit the stop loss. So this is the most important part, ki hame entry kab lena hai. And if we take a right entry, in that case the winning probability also increases और आपका stop losses छोटे हो जाते हैं. तो हम समझेंगे कि हमें एंट्री कब लेना चाहिए. Some stop loss and risk management techniques, and then we will have a question answer session. Now, जो PCR indicators हम डिस्कस करने वाले हैं, इसके कुछ limitations भी हैं. So before moving to the model, you must know what are the limitations, so that अगर वैसी situation या वैसा circumstances आने वाले समय में हमें आए, then if we know the limitations, then we can reduce the position size, और वैसे period में we will move to the spreads or hedging strategies. Normally, if you backtest this strategy for say last 4-5 years, especially जब से weekly options आई हैं, if you backtest this PCR OI indicator for a weekly, जब से weekly options आई है, so you will find a hit ratio of 65 to 70%. When the VIX is greater than 25, जब अभी VIX is trading around 22, yeah, for last say 1 month, May month में it was around 20-25. So whenever the VIX goes above 25, in that case the accuracy goes down. Why so? Intraday में accuracy down हो जाती है because market में volatility काफी बढ़ जाती है and you get a big swings. Sometime if the movement is because of some unknown events, like say market में we are trading on the long side, PCR is positive, suddenly there is a news from a war point of view, or any unforeseen news, or any risk which is not known, unknown kind of risk. So in that case the data will change suddenly and we will hit the stop loss. So movement due to positive or negative news which is not known to the market. But however, PCR OI indicator is very helpful into the known events. Now कई ऐसे participants होंगे उनको अभी समझ में नहीं आ रहा होगा कि what is PCR OI indicator. मैं डिटेल में डिस्कस करूंगा, but let's understand कि कब ये काम करती है कब नहीं करती है. Then we will understand the concept and logic behind the indicator. Suppose we normally see the RBI policy every month. In the June month also we will have a RBI policy. May also we had a RBI policy. So when the event is known, like say today Mr. RBI governor is scheduled to come at say 12 PM or 1 PM. So the data build up before the event, before the known event, is much more accurate. यानी कि events, known events के पहले accuracy is very high, because the bigger hands they basically know what the outcome of the event can be, and we can find out the direction of a known event with this indicator. Like budget is also a known event. It is a scheduled event. So you can also predict what is going to happen after the budget, or during the budget session also you can find what can be the next move. So in case of limitation, unknown event, it can turn any time. Unknown event maybe it will not work, but if it is a known event, the accuracy is very high. Sometime if there is a gap up or gap down opening of more than 1%, यानी निफ्टी या बैंक निफ्टी 1-1.5% से ऊपर खुलती है, then at opening जैसे ही open होगा, so in that case the accuracy will not be there in the first half. यानी कि suppose market 200-300 पॉइंट निफ्टी ऊपर खुल गई, so in that case this indicator will not have accuracy in the first half, but will have accuracy in the second half. क्योंकि गैप अप या गैप डाउन खुलने के बाद नॉर्मली मार्केट हैव अ डिफरेंट काइंड ऑफ नेचर, बिकॉज द आउटस्टैंडिंग कैरी फॉरवर्ड पोजीशंस उसमें कटती है. सो इंट्राडे की जो पोजीशंस होती है उसकी इंपॉर्टेंस लेस हो जाती है, बिकॉज व्हेन देयर इज अ गैप अप एंड गैप डाउन ओपनिंग, द कैरी फॉरवर्ड पोजीशंस आर स्क्वायर्ड ऑफ इन पैनिक. So that's why in the first half, this indicator will not work when there is a gap up of more than 1%. So these are some limitations. So let's move to the concept. So this is called a option chain analysis. How we do this? First of all, I will take you to NSE website. हम NSE website में चलते हैं and NSE website में हम देखते हैं. Karan, my NSE website screen is visible. Hope the screen is visible, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So हम NSE की वेबसाइट में आते हैं और NSE की वेबसाइट में मैंने ऑप्शन चेन का डेटा खोला हुआ है. अब ऑप्शन चेन में क्या होता है, व्हाट इज ऑप्शन चेन? ऑप्शन चेन में वी एनालाइज द ओपन इंटरेस्ट इन ऑप्शन चेन. ऑप्शंस चेन यानी ऑप्शन का जो चेन है, दैट वी एनालाइज द चेंज इन ओपन इंटरेस्ट. सो अगेन लेट्स फर्स्ट अंडरस्टैंड इट इन अ सिंपल वे. Let's first go to the option chain. मैं एक बेसिक आपको बताता हूँ. इसमें कुछ कॉन्सेप्ट हम समझते हैं, 2-3 पॉइंट्स. लेट्स अंडरस्टैंड देन मूव टू द ऑप्शन चेन एनालिसिस. द पॉइंट नंबर 1 इज, if what do you think that say 100 people are trading into the option segment, and what do you say, 90% makes money or only 10% makes money and 90% loses money? So just think कि ऑप्शन ट्रेडिंग में if you analyze the data, 90% of the traders loses money and only 10% makes money. Do you agree with this or not? So most likely most of you would agree that into the option market 90% loses money and 10% makes money, correct? Point number 2, if 90% loses money and only 10% makes money, तो जो 90% लोग कर रहे हैं हमें वो करना चाहिए, या जो 90% लोग कर रहे हैं हमें वो नहीं करना चाहिए, उसके रिवर्स करना चाहिए? व्हाट डू यू से? द फर्स्ट पॉइंट इज, इफ यू थिंक दैट 90% लोग लॉस करते हैं, 10% लोग ही प्रॉफिट बनाते हैं, तो हमें क्या करना चाहिए? जो 90% लोग कर रहे हैं वो हमें नहीं करना चाहिए, एंड जो 10% लोग कर रहे हैं हमें वो करना चाहिए. इफ वी बैक टेस्ट दिस कॉन्सेप्ट, तो व्हाट वी डिड इज, with the help of option chain analysis, हम लोगों ने इस कॉन्सेप्ट को बैक टेस्ट किया and we found that this concept is working. So now the question is how to find कि 90% लोग क्या कर रहे हैं. लाइक से मार्केट खुलती है 9:15 बजे, 10 बजे तक अगर आपको ये आइडिया लग जाए कि मार्केट में आज ज्यादातर पार्टिसिपेंट्स रिटेल प्लेयर्स दे आर बुलिश, तो मार्केट का जो सेंटिमेंट है दैट इज अ बुलिश सेंटिमेंट एंड 90% ट्रेडर्स आर ऑन द लॉन्ग साइड. अगर आप ये फाइंड, इफ यू आर एबल टू फाइंड इट कि 70-80% ऑफ द ट्रेडर्स आर ऑन द लॉन्ग साइड, एंड इफ यू आर बैक टेस्टेड कि नहीं, अगर 70% लोग बाइंग कर रहे हैं तो हमें बाइंग नहीं करना चाहिए, वी शुड बी ऑन द सेल साइड एंड दिस थ्योरी वर्क्स. सो इन दैट केस व्हाट यू विल डू, you will buy the put, because 70-80% are buying call option, so that is not a logical trade to do, so you will do a reverse. So the point number 2 is how to find कि 70-80% लोग क्या कर रहे हैं. So we will understand that with the help of option chain analysis. अब इसके पीछे लॉजिक क्या है? The point number 3 is when we analyze the clients of different brokers, like when we analyze a client of SMC or a Motilal Oswal or a Angel Broking or a Zerodha, any of the trading broker, either a discount broker or non-discount broker. So what we found that say we have 5,000 retail clients trading under a broking platform, and what we found that 90% of the clients are interested in buying of options and only 10% of the clients are interested in selling of the options. So when we analyze the data of any of a broking platform, so what we found कि सपोज मेरे पास 10,000 clients हैं who are actively trading in options, and out of 10,000 clients, 8,500, that means 85% clients are interested to buy options. They are less interested to sell options. So the reason is, one is, the most important reason is the limitation of capital, because when you buy options, it only needs 5,000 of capital, 6,000 of capital, so maximum 10,000 of capital. But when you sell options, it needs how much? 1,50,000 of capital. So one reason is limitation of capital. Second reason is risk also, because when you buy options, it seems that ki aapka risk is very limited, because you are buying options, you can only lose the maximum premium. But when you are selling options, you have an unlimited risk and a limited profitability. So always, so there is a third assumption that retails are mostly interested in buying, so they are buyers. And the bigger hands, जिसके पास capital है, जिसके पास funds है, they are sellers. The concept number four, what is open interest? Open interest क्या होता है? So whenever you buy one lot of call, so there is one buyer and seller, because जब आप एक lot call खरीदते हो, so there is a creation of open interest. Market में you are opening a interest, so there is a creation of open interest. So suppose what I assume that the participants are buyer, the participants over here are a buyer of options. So we all bought the call options, for example. So buying of call options, suppose we all 100 participants bought one lot of call options. So it is 100 lot calls that we all bought. So the price of one lot is 5,000. So 100 lot into 5,000. So it will be around 5-10 lakh rupees maximum capital deployed. But when we create the open interest, so there should be always a buyer and seller. So buyer bhi hoga, seller bhi hoga. So we all 100 participants are a buyer of options. So there must be seller of options. So the person who is selling options, he must be deploying 1,50,000 per unit per lot. यानी कि 100 लॉट खरीद के हम लोगों ने से 5 लाख रुपए का इन्वेस्टमेंट किया, whereas 100 लॉट बेच के the stronger party or a capital oriented party, they might have invested in crores. So now the question is, who should win the game? Because it is a zero sum game. What is option trading? Option trading is a zero sum game. यानी कि everybody wants to make money into the options. But what is option trading? If you make money, I will lose money. If I make money, you will lose money. So this is just like a casino. It is just like a casino where all participants cannot make money. Some will make money and others will lose money. So to understand the concepts of open interest, there is a buyer and there is a seller, and the retails, and now who is the stronger party? If I ask you a question, मगर आपसे ये question कि we all 100 participants who are investing 5,000 rupees in each lot are a stronger party, or the party who is strong, who is investing 1.5 lakh in each lot, दोनों में who is the stronger, who is courageous, दोनों में हिम्मत किसमें ज्यादा है? We only invested 5,000 and he invested 1,50,000 on one lot. So who is taking more risk? Who is more informed? So obviously the answer is the other party who has more capital. He can control the market because he has more capital to invest. He has more capital to control the market. So that's why this concept is working. And this is the basic logic behind the option chain analysis. And now let's move to the data. So this is the basic concept why the option chain data works. Ab option chain ka data, this is available on NSE website and also available on many free platform. There is a platform called Opstra also, it is also available there. You can try it and found it from anywhere. This is available. What we at SMC, we are using own self-created platform which is called SMC Auto Trender, where we have all this data inbuilt in. ये डेटा में क्या देखने की चीज है, that is the most important part. One is strike price. So what I have done is just to understand, आप ये समझो कि कैसे इसको हम यूज करेंगे. So this is Nifty call side और ये Nifty put side होगा. अब इसको हम वी आर ट्राइंग टू अंडरस्टैंड कि हम इसे कैसे एनालाइज करना है एंड कैसे इसके ऊपर ट्रेडिंग करनी है. द मोस्ट रिलेवेंट कॉलम्स आर लास्ट ट्रेडेड प्राइस, बिकॉज ये आपको प्राइस देते हैं किस लेवल पे हमें बाय सेल करना है. देन ओपन इंटरेस्ट एंड चेंज इन ओपन इंटरेस्ट एंड दीज आर द स्ट्राइक्स. नाउ यहाँ पे इंपॉर्टेंट ये है कि एट द मनी से 4-5 स्ट्राइक्स ऊपर और 4-5 स्ट्राइक्स नीचे इज ओनली रेलेवेंट फॉर यू, बिकॉज हम वीकली ऑप्शन ट्रेड कर रहे हैं. और अगर आप आउट ऑफ मनी ऑप्शंस देखते हैं तो द प्रीमियम्स आर वेरी लेस इन आउट ऑफ मनी ऑप्शंस. लाइक से अभी मैं what I've taken is I've taken an old example, then I will move to the recent examples. So just I'm trying to understand the concept कि क्या. So I've taken some examples, then we will move to the recent examples. So the point number one is when we calculate the option chain, तो हमें out of money calls put लेने की जरूरत नहीं है, because the bigger hands they are more interested in at the money options और nearby options जहाँ पे प्रीमियम है, जहाँ पे हनी होगा वहीं पे मधुमक्खियां होंगी. इन द सेम वे अगर इफ वी एनालाइज से आउट ऑफ मनी ऑप्शंस हैविंग अ प्रीमियम ऑफ 5 रुपीज 6 रुपीज, सो दैट विल गिव यू अ मिसलीडिंग इंफॉर्मेशन. सो ऑलवेज हमें एट द मनी प्लस 4-5 स्ट्राइक्स ऊपर 4-5 स्ट्राइक नीचे होना चाहिए, प्लस इक्वल डिस्टेंस होना चाहिए. यानी ऊपर भी अगर आप 4 स्ट्राइक ले रहे हैं तो नीचे भी आपको 4 ही स्ट्राइक लेना है. On Friday the premiums are higher, so जैसे फ्राइडे को नई एक्सपायरी स्टार्ट होती है तो on Friday you can take 6 strikes, on Monday you can take 5 strikes, on Tuesday you take 4 strikes, and on expiry day you just take 3 strikes, because अगर आप 3 strikes से बाहर जाएंगे then you will not have a premiums there. So in order to calculate the PCR ratio, what you should do is you should only take 3 strikes on the day of expiry, but on Friday you can take 6 strikes. So now for intraday trading, this change in OI is most relevant. So what is this change in OI? Like say when we are buying call options, so we are changing the open interest. When we are buying put options, we are changing the open interest in put options. When we are buying call options, we are changing the open interest in call options. So whenever anyone creates any of the positions, so that change the open interest into the market. Now what we need to find is we need to sum the change in open interest of all the strikes. Like say this is at the money से 5 से 6 upside and 6 downside equally distance. Then we need to sum the change in open interest, यानी कि total change in open interest of calls कितना है, say 49 lakh. Change in puts कितना है, 54 lakh. से ये suppose करो ये this data is at 11:30, 11:30 बजे का ये data है, और normally this table or this data you should use after 10:30 only, because 9:15 से 10:30 बजे तक we need time to create the positions into the market. हमें ये देखना होगा कि ज्यादातर लोग किधर positions बना रहे हैं, then only we trade against the crowd. So यहाँ पे ये data देख के call में suppose the change in open interest in calls is 49 lakh and change in open interest is in puts is 54 lakh. So मैं now if I ask you a question कि जो रिटेल पब्लिक है, the assumption is the what we take one assumption कि जो भी कॉल्स में बाइंग हो रही है या पुट्स में बाइंग हो रही है, that is bought by a retail players. We are just taking an assumption. This is not in fact. ये fact नहीं है कि always the retailers they buy options. There are 10% retailers who also sells options, but as per the back testing, 90% of the retail participants they are buyer of options. So हम यहाँ पे एक assumption ले रहे हैं कि जो भी open interest ऐड हो रहा है, चेंज इन ओपन इंटरेस्ट, दैट इज बॉट by a 90% participants. 10% जो seller है, that is a different angle, but 90% participants ने क्या मिलके किया है? They have bought 49 lakh calls and they have bought 54 lakh put. अब यहाँ पे मैं आपसे पूछूं कि जो रिटेल पब्लिक है उनका ध्यान किधर है? वो ज्यादा मंदी की तरफ है या ज्यादा तेजी की तरफ है? What is the biasness of a retail participants as per this option chain data? So the answer would be they are more towards put options. So puts का open interest कितना है? 54 lakh है and calls का 49 lakh. So the retail participants are biased towards a put option. That means 90% of the crowd is thinking that market will go down. Correct? You got my point. So 90%, not 90%. The ratio is not 90%. The difference is not so today at this point of time. But yes, more retail participants are thinking that market will go down and less participants are thinking that market will go up. So if this is the scenario, so what we should do? We should think that market normally does not move with the crowd, majority of the participants. It moves against the majority. So in this case, we will keep on observing these two data, that what is happening after every 15 minutes, what is happening after every 5 minutes or 15 minutes. Yani if this value is increasing or this value is increasing, say at 11:30 हमने ये data देखा, then we will revise the same data at 12. हम 12 बजे देखेंगे कि ये data में क्या हो रहा है. Like say suppose 1 p.m. So I've taken a screenshot at 1 p.m. and let's see what happened after 11:30. 1 p.m. पे क्या हुआ कि जो अभी हमने previous data देखा था, it was 54 lakh puts, now it is 68 lakh puts. और जो previous data हमने calls में देखा था, which was around 49 lakh, now it is 45 lakh. So what is the change between 11:30 to 1 p.m.? The change is जो retail players हैं, they bought more put options. यानी उनको लगा कि नहीं market में हमें और put लेना चाहिए. और जो call buyers थे, they are not increasing their positions. And the assumption is both are the retail players, they are buying. They are buyer of options. तो यहाँ पे हमें trade क्या लेना है? Looking at this data, we will buy the call option. And this call option should be at the money call option. Normally we prefer buying round strikes, यानी कि 12,250 की call option we normally avoid because the open interest is very low in these strikes. So always अगर at the money say 50s में है तो we move to the next strike. So 12,300 की call option हम इस data के basis पे we will buy. Now the next question is what should be the timing to buy, whether हम इस समय buy करें या कब buy करें. But the concept is कि the target would be to buy the call option, not to buy the put option, because the majority is on the put side, so we will avoid put and we will buy the call options. So now move to the next slide कि आगे देखते हैं data में क्या होता है. I will also discuss recent 4-5 days data कि किस तरीके से last 4-5 दिन का data था. Let's understand the concept first. तो अब ये देखिए 3:30 बजे का डेटा है. Same day what we have done in the previous this is a different और किसी दिन का डेटा है. So in this way अगर हम closing में देखेंगे तो we might have got good profit. I don't have a closing data, so मैंने next को example ले लिया है. So live हम एक बार देखते हैं डेटा को कुछ. ये और कोई example है, 1 second. So this is a different example. जिस दिन जिस दिन क्या था, the put option में the OI was around 1 crore 22 lakhs and the calls open interest was minus 60,000. So this is a complete signal कि the maximum public is into puts and there is no buying interest into the calls. So this is again a positive signal. So let's move to the, अब हम लास्ट 3-4 दिन का डेटा एनालाइज करते हैं और फिर हम समझते हैं कि किस तरीके से let's see the latest data now. अब मैं आपको कल के लाइव डेटा में लेके आया हूं और दिस इज अ ऑप्शन चेन डेटा निफ्टी, दिस इज अ निफ्टी डेटा। ये जो अभी हम देख रहे हैं सामने निफ्टी का डेटा है और हम ये बैंक निफ्टी का डेटा है। तो लेट्स अंडरस्टैंड निफ्टी का डेटा, देन हम बैंक निफ्टी का डेटा को समझेंगे ना। ये 3:30 बजे का डेटा है बिकॉज ऑलरेडी द मार्केट हैज क्लोज्ड। 3:30 में व्हाट इज द डेटा? अगर ये देखिए, ये जो कॉलम्स है मेरे पास, द कॉलम्स आर निफ्टी कॉल ऑप्शंस, strike price, last open interest, change in open interest, and the ODN percentage. So what we are going to discuss is this strike, last, open interest, change in open interest. और put side में देखेंगे तो similar strike, last, open interest and change in open interest. So अगर हम if we look at the data, closing में the data is change in open interest in calls is 1 crore 19 lakh shares, whereas puts में आप देखेंगे तो 1 crore 39 lakh shares. So closing data says that there is a more put buying than the call buying, so this is a positive closing. So if the closing is positive and the difference is quite high, the opening is likely to be a positive opening. So this data says that the next day opening could be a positive opening. So with the help of this data आप ये भी एक find out कर सकते हो कि difference है कि what could be the next day opening. But अगर हम intraday trade कर रहे हैं तो intraday में ये डेटा बन रहा था और how the market moved yesterday at 9:30. So what is the trick? Now what we do is we record this change in open interest every 30 minutes. So what you need to do is change in open interest is available on the NSE website. NSE की website में option chain में data मिलता है. So every 30 minutes you need to note down. So what is the change in open interest? Or you can subscribe any of the platform which is available on the market. So 9:30 पे अगर if you look at difference, so this is the call open interest and put open interest. 9:30 पे what was the call open interest? It was 44 lakh. 44 lakh and put open interest 41 lakh. तो 9:30 बजे कॉल्स में रिटेल पब्लिक ने कितना खरीदा? 44 लाख खरीदा, पुट में कितना खरीदा? 41 लाख खरीदा. तो द डिफरेंस इज 3 लाख. तो ये डिफरेंस देखने के बाद ओपनिंग में 9:30 बजे मुझे ये समझ में आया कि अभी मार्केट साइडवेज है. इट इज देयर इज नो बिग डिफरेंस बिकॉज द पोजीशंस आर इक्वली डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड. 44 lakh call and 41 lakh puts. So the difference is only 3 lakhs and 3 lakh difference is a very small difference. So at 9:30 the conclusion is market is non-trending and sideways. 9:45 पे when we review the data after 15 minutes, आप ये देखो 9:45 पे the call OI is 74 lakh and the put OI is 77 lakh. So again the difference is positive, but it is only 3 lakh positive. So it is an indication of sideways market, because when the difference between change in OI of calls and change in OI of puts are, say, the difference is very low, so in that case you just get a signal that market will be sideways. So just note down one point. when the PCR, when this ratio, we calculate the PCR. So how the PCR is calculated? PCR is calculated by put change in open interest. This column, put change in open interest divided by calls change in open interest. So when you divide this 9,33,000 with 992 lakhs calls change in open interest, you get this ratio 1.01. So it is almost flat. So what is the important ratio? So if PCR is say greater than 1.25, note down, if the PCR is greater than 1.25, this is a buy signal. If the PCR is less than 0.75, this is a sell signal. This is a sell signal. And if PCR is between 0.75 to 1.25, this is a sideways signal, no trading zone. So if the PCR ratio is greater than 1, intraday PCR is greater than 1.25, this is a buy signal. PCR can be 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It is never overbought or oversold in intraday. PCR is greater than 1.25, it is buy signal. PCR is less than 0.75, this is sell signal. And PCR is between this range, this is no trading range for an option buyer. Now let's see the Friday data. Friday ko this was a sideways signal, sideways. यहाँ पे 0.68 below 75 there was a sell signal into at 11:15, 11:15 बजे के आसपास sell signal आया, and then market started going down. So अब हमें trade कैसे करना है? Suppose अगर हमने यहाँ पे sell लिया 0.68 पे, then if it comes to the positive, say 0.68 pe we have taken a sell, we have bought a put option, and market started, say if it is going down, then well and good. अगर हमने 11:15 के आसपास put option ली होगी तो we must have got the profit, because let's see कि data में क्या हुआ. Like say 11:15 पे we got a signal. This is a nifty graph. ये blue line देख रहे हैं, this is a VWAP line, volume weighted average price. So I will discuss कि हमें entry कैसे लेनी है. We should enter the trade around VWAP level if the PCR is less than 1. So PCR is less than 1, in that case we will enter the trade closer to the VWAP level. This is the VWAP level. Now PCR में it was a negative signal, and आप देखोगे तो 10.75 के नीचे it went up around 11. 11 बजे के आसपास, 11 बजे का PCR site was 0.73, below 0.75. So at 11 बजे is the right entry level. So ये इसका निफ्टी का प्राइस is around 16,240, 16,240. Then it went down to approximately 16,229. Market में ज़्यादा fall नहीं आया. Then it again bounced back. So now what was happening on Friday? Despite a negative PCR in Nifty का PCR हमें weak दिख रहा है, but market finally bounced back on Friday. Why so? Let's move to the bank Nifty. As when we were starting the presentation, I've already spoken that bank Nifty is always the leading indicator. Why bank Nifty is leading indicator? Because bank Nifty का जो weightage है, that is 33% on Nifty, and Reliance and HDFC Bank. If you manage bank Nifty and if you manage Reliance and HDFC Limited, you can easily manage Nifty, because अगर in bank Nifty plus in those stocks को मैं मिला दूं तो it is 50% of निफ्टी हाई वेटेज स्टॉक्स। सो अब बैंक निफ्टी का डेटा एक बार हम देखते हैं। सो दिस इज अ पीसीआर ऑफ बैंक निफ्टी। आप ये देखो बैंक निफ्टी में क्या हो रहा था, 9:30 पे द ओपनिंग वाज नेगेटिव पीसीआर, बट 9:45 onwards the calls change in open interest was 31 lakh, put was 34 lakh। 10 बजे calls का कितना था 35, put का 39 lakh। so this ratio was just increasing 1.10, 1.31, 1.10, 1.24, 1.24, 1.59। so this kept on going up, then slightly came down, and again this kept on going up। so suppose the market scenario is that Nifty ka PCR is negative and Bank Nifty ka PCR is positive। So as we all came to know that Bank Nifty is a leading indicator, so हम क्या करेंगे, हम Bank Nifty के PCR पे हम we will closely focus on the Bank Nifty PCR that it is going up or it is going down। If this is improving, then Nifty has to bounce because Bank Nifty will lead the Nifty in any way। So कई बार ऐसा हमें सिचुएशन मिलेगा कि निफ्टी का पीसीआर, सो देयर कुड बी 2-3 सिचुएशंस। सिचुएशन नंबर 1 कि निफ्टी का पीसीआर इज आल्सो पॉजिटिव, बैंक निफ्टी का पीसीआर इज आल्सो पॉजिटिव। सो दैट इज अ वेरी स्ट्रॉन्ग सिग्नल कि निफ्टी का भी पॉजिटिव है, बैंक निफ्टी का भी पॉजिटिव है। सो इट इज अ वन वे मार्केट, यू कैन ऑलवेज बाय एंड प्ले द कॉल ऑप्शन। द सेकंड सिचुएशन वुड बी Nifty ka PCR is negative and Bank Nifty ka PCR is also negative। So if both the PCR is negative, so that is again a best scenario to play puts because the both will go down। The third scenario could be Nifty PCR positive and the Bank Nifty PCR negative। So that is a complicated scenario because Nifty PCR positive, so Nifty will always want to go up, and Bank Nifty PCR negative, Bank Nifty will want to go down। So there will be a tug of war between Nifty and Bank Nifty। So Nifty will try to push up and Bank Nifty will try to push down। So normally this happens, you know, when Reliance is moving up, the bigger hands or the bigger hands is trying to move the Reliance and he's not buying banking stocks or he's selling banking stocks. In that case, this kind of situation arises। So in that case, we should focus on Bank Nifty only, Bank Nifty and Reliance। If the Bank Nifty is say falling, Bank Nifty PCR is going down, in that case we can keep focus on Reliance। If the Reliance is also going down, then Nifty will go down। And the fourth situation can be which was on last Friday, that Bank Nifty is showing a positive data and Nifty is showing a negative data। So again Bank Nifty will lead। So in first two scenario, when both the PCR are positive and both the PCR are negative, so that is a clear cut trade। You can either play a buy on the positive PCR and play sell on the negative PCR। But if both the index PCR is in a contra side, then you should put more weightage on Bank Nifty। So in, like say for example, I will showcase you what like on the I have a Telegram channel where we have mentioned the same thing in the morning। Let me show you। Say this was the scenario, this was the data scenario, that Nifty PCR was going down and the Bank Nifty PCR was going up। So what we were doing is Bank Nifty has a positive PCR today, Nifty PC and Bank Nifty to lead at 10:52 पे we published a view that Bank Nifty has positive PCR today, Nifty PCR is 0.8। So अगर Nifty का PCR 0.8 है, इसका मतलब it is not very negative। 0.8 होने का मतलब है कि ये थोड़ा सा ही तो 1 से कम है, but it is not negative। But Bank Nifty का PCR was strongly positive। So what we gave a view, that view positive for the day based on Bank Nifty PCR, ये 10:52 पे we published। And then we also published that pitch report 11:53, which is Nifty is underperforming because of Reliance। So as I discussed now that कि बैंक निफ्टी क्या था, बैंक निफ्टी का PCR पॉजिटिव था, but why the Nifty PCR was negative? Only because of Reliance, because Reliance has got a high weightage in Nifty, and Reliance was not moving up, so that's why Nifty was underperforming, whereas Bank Nifty has got a good strength. So last में क्या हुआ, Reliance recovered and Bank Nifty also recovered and Nifty also moved up. So these are the small points that you need to watch out, and if you practice the PCR very closely, you will be able to do much better trading. You need to combine it with the charts कि अगर PCR positive है और 30 minutes में breakouts हो रहा है, then we should buy that breakout. So how we do that, like say let's move to a 30-minute chart. मैं आपको 30-minute chart में लेके चलता हूँ. So this is the Bank Nifty 30 minutes chart. तो पॉइंट नंबर 1 हमने ये फाइंड कर लिया कि PCR बैंक निफ्टी का पॉजिटिव है, एंड से if there is a positive PCR, so what we will do is we will avoid breakdowns into the market and we will play breakouts into the market. से जैसे बैंक निफ्टी आप देख रहे हैं, बैंक निफ्टी का PCR क्या था, पॉजिटिव PCR था, and many of you must be using charts. So ये जो मैं अभी आपको दिखा रहा हूँ, this is a Reuters, I use Reuters. So this is a bank nifty and the PCR is positive for bank nifty. So there was opening range breakdown in the morning, so we will not the breakdown because the PCR, we will not trade breakdown because the PCR is positive. So what we do is, if the PCR is positive, we play breakouts. If the PCR is negative, we play breakdown. We avoid breakouts. So यहाँ पे ये breakdown हुआ, we did not trade it. This was a breakout. So you could have traded this breakout with a stop loss of this price. ये stop loss price से आप breakout you might have traded, but normally what I do is I play after 11. What is my strategy is 10 बजे से 11 बजे तक I just observe the data कि how the data is panning out, if data is improving or it is not improving. So what I suggest is trade after 11. What you do is by 11:30 just decide that you should play the breakouts or you should play the breakdown. So how to decide that? In order to decide, observe PCR. If the PCR is more than 1 and it is improving, you need to play the breakout. If the PCR is less than 1 and it is going down, you need to play the breakdown. Now after 11 बजे की कैंडल क्लोज होने के बाद my objective is to play the breakouts, not breakdown, because the PCR is positive. So this 12:30 candle is a breakout candle of previous 2 bars. So this was the point. So whenever there is a breakout, so this was the point to enter the bank nifty, which I highlighted on the Telegram channel also. अगर हम Telegram channel में जाते हैं, so let's go to the free channel where we have 1,40,000 members. So this was the time around say, this was the time around say just 12, let's say, see 12:27. So this is the graph you must be seeing. अब ये देखो, this is the Nifty का, ये बैंक निफ्टी का है और ये निफ्टी का है, 12:30 candle, and we all highlighted to all the free members and paid members that this is the breakout happening. This is the breakout happening, and based on this you might have bought call or you can buy the call options, correct? So I think you must have got my point. First we need to identify the PCR. If the PCR is positive, we will play breakouts of a 30-minute candle. And the stop loss would obviously be the low of this candle. Like say अगर हमने ये 2 candle का breakout लिया, this is a breakout. So what should be the stop loss? So stop loss should be not very long. It should be the low of this price. Very simple. You buy at the money options and this will be your stop loss. Say let's see Nifty. Nifty का हम देखते हैं कि Nifty में there was a breakdown, but we will not play this breakdown because why we will not play breakdown? Because the PCR of Bank Nifty is positive. So with the help of this data, you will be able to safeguard from lots of wrong direction trading. आप कई बार गलत डायरेक्शन की ट्रेडिंग में भी बच जाओगे. Now अब ये तो हमने फ्राइडे का देखा, बट ऑन द डे ऑफ एक्सपायरी लेट्स go to expiry day. इसको आते हैं, let's move on. 25th was the expiry day. Sorry, 26th. So this is a expiry day last Thursday. What we have a data of Nifty and Bank Nifty. निफ्टी और बैंक निफ्टी का, और एक्सपायरी डे का अब हम डेटा देखते हैं क्या था. एक्सपायरी डे, लेट्स मूव टू द एक्सपायरी डे डेटा. This is all data I am taking from SMC Telegram channel. This is 27 May data. So I am moving to, because many participants are also there who is there in my channel, so they can find out this data. So I'm going to 26th. This is 26 का data. Let's me start from the morning. 26. Let's see 26 को क्या था morning में. 26 was the expiry day. Just we will see the data at 11. 11 बजे आते हैं हम. Let's at 10:45. So this is a data at around 11. ये देखो ये निफ्टी का डेटा है, एंड निफ्टी का डेटा इट वाज 0.75. 10 बजे ये 0.75 हो गया. ठीक है, तो अगर आप एग्रेसिवली ट्रेड कर रहे हो एंड इफ द पीसीआर इज लेस देन से 0.75, तो आप 10 बजे के बाद यू कैन प्ले द ब्रेकडाउन. से जैसे वी पब्लिश दिस डेटा एवरी 15 मिनट. तो ये डेटा आप ये डेटा को देखो, अराउंड 10:15 इट वाज 0.64. अराउंड 10:15 क्या था, ये 0.64 था. करेक्ट. So now move to the so this is a data. So let's see, ये 10 बजे का ब्रेकडाउन है. this is a 10 बजे की कैंडल है, ये एक्सपायरी वाले दिन की. एंड 10:15 पे क्या था, पीसीआर वाज 0.64. सो ये ब्रेकडाउन हुआ. सो यू कैन प्ले दिस ब्रेकडाउन. अगर आपने यहाँ पे ब्रेकडाउन प्ले किया होता, so it was around, open was 16,034 and the closing is 1592, and after that market went down to this level. अगर आप देखेंगे तो it went down to 15,585. so the move was approximately 100-point move from this level. So if the PCR is less than 0.75, you can play the breakdowns. If the PCR is more than 1.25, you can play the breakouts. Very simple, because अभी क्या होता है, we don't know which is a false breakout or which is a false breakdown. We get trapped in a false breakouts and breakdown. So इस indicator से you will not be getting trapped in a false breakouts and breakdown, and you can easily make money from this indicator. And out of say 22 trading session, I am 200% confident that you can make money in 80% of the trading session. The only rule is, if the PCR is positive, play breakouts. If the PCR is negative, play breakdown. Now अब देखिए एक्सपायरी वाले दिन क्या हुआ. दिस ट्रेड वाज अ प्रॉफिटेबल ट्रेड. नाउ अगर आपने यहाँ पे ट्रेड लिया होता तो यू माइट हैव बुक प्रॉफिट. ऑन द डे ऑफ एक्सपायरी वी इंडिकेटेड दिस दैट on the Telegram channel कि इस तरीके से market will go down, but we made a mistake. What we made a mistake that on this bounce we added some more puts around 59 15950 पे we added some more puts and we were stopped out in this candle and we lost, and the move was so fast कि we could not book profits here. ये breakdown हुआ, we were getting 100-point profits on the day of expiry, but we were more greedy and we could not book profits here. So that was the mistake that we made on the day of expiry. So but whenever you play a breakdowns, whenever you get 70-80 points in index, just book profits. 100 point, 80 point, 90 point अगर आपको मिल रहा है, or you get 40-50 points in options, you book the profits. Now this was a breakout. So as per the rule, when the PCR is negative, we will not play breakouts. But when we will play breakouts, when the PCR turns positive, we will play breakouts. So let's move to the data of expiry. अब एक्सपायरी वाले दिन मैं आपको फिर एक चीज दिखाऊं. देखो बैंक निफ्टी का डेटा ऑन द डे ऑफ एक्सपायरी इट वाज रनिंग पॉजिटिव. तो बैंक निफ्टी का अगर आप डेटा एनालाइज करेंगे, सो इट वाज मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम 9:30 9:45 it was running positive. So that was the reason that market got volatile. But yes, बैंक निफ्टी का डेटा 10:45 पे it also went down. 10:45 पे it also went down, and then there was some selling in Nifty. So this is the Nifty data. 11:30 तक का आप डेटा देख रहे हैं. So it is again 0.22. So let's see the data change after what happened. अब यहाँ पे आप देखो 12:30 पे 12:30 there is some change in the data. 12:30 पे बैंक निफ्टी का डेटा हम एनालाइज करते हैं. लेट्स एनालाइज द बैंक निफ्टी डेटा. सो दिस इज अ बैंक निफ्टी डेटा. 1 बजे के आसपास बैंक निफ्टी टर्न पॉजिटिव 1.26. सो पीसीआर टर्न 1.26 एट 1. 1 बजे डेटा, अब उसके 1:15 पे क्या हुआ, 1.26 से इट वेंट अप 3.89. सो बैंक निफ्टी का डेटा टर्न पॉजिटिव. इस कैंडल पे इट वाज अ पॉजिटिव डेटा. सो दिस वाज द ब्रेकआउट और डेटा भी पॉजिटिव हो गया. सो इन दैट केस आफ्टर दैट हमें we could have played this bounce, though this move was so fast. 1 second, the light will come in next 1 minute. So on the day of expiry आप ये देखोगे तो the move was so fast on the upside and thereafter again it moved up. Again अगर हम ये retracement, if we would have bought this retracement तो हमें profit मिल गया होता. So now coming back to the concept, so we have discussed some practical examples. Now coming back to the concept. So what we track is we track the slope of PCR data. So this chart that you are looking is a slope of PCR data. So how to find this? This we have in our software, which is called SMC Auto Trender. So if I go to the data, so see the slope. This is a slope of PCR data. ये फ्राइडे का डेटा है. फ्राइडे को आप देखेंगे तो बैंक निफ्टी का स्लोप वाज पॉजिटिव सिंस मॉर्निंग एंड निफ्टी स्लोप नेगेटिव एट ओपनिंग, एंड देन 12:30 बजे से इट स्टार्टेड मूविंग अप. सो दिस वाज द पॉइंट ऑफ एंट्री बिकॉज ऑलरेडी बैंक निफ्टी स्ट्रांग है और निफ्टी का स्लोप स्टार्टेड चेंजिंग टू पॉजिटिव. सो अराउंड 12:30 12:45 1 o'clock दिस वाज द पॉइंट ऑफ एंट्री फॉर निफ्टी कॉल ऑप्शंस और बैंक निफ्टी कॉल ऑप्शंस. अगर मैं ट्रेड कर रहा हूं तो व्हाट आई विल डू इज आई विल मूव टू द बैंक निफ्टी बिकॉज ऑलरेडी इसका स्ट्रॉन्ग डेटा है और निफ्टी इज आल्सो स्टार्टेड मूविंग अप. सो दिस इज अ सिनेरियो. तो ये स्लोप, दिस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू ट्रैक. देयर आर सम एग्जांपल्स ऑफ द डेटा स्लोप लाइक पीसीआर का कभी ऐसा डेटा हमें दिखता है कि स्लोप इज गोइंग डाउन एंड देयर इज अ ब्रेक डाउन इन द पीसीआर डेटा. सो दैट इज अ सिग्नल टू बाय पुट ऑप्शंस. ये जो डेटा आप देख रहे हो, this is a nifty, green line is a PCR slope, bank nifty, This is a PCR slope data. It is trending down. This blue line is a zero line. This is a zero line. So what we learned that if the PCR is greater than 1.25, we will play the breakouts. If it is less than 0.75, we will play breakdown. और अगर इन दोनों के बीच में है, then we will neither play breakout nor play breakdown, because breakouts will also fail and breakdown will also fail. So if it is in between, we just wait and watch, and we don't play either breakouts or breakdown, nothing. So this is some other example. Like say, as of now I have discussed 2 points, that हम बैंक निफ्टी की कॉल कब खरीदेंगे, निफ्टी की कॉल ऑप्शन कब खरीदेंगे एज अ बायर. So as a seller it's simple, option writing हम कब करेंगे. Just you need to do a reverse. If you are an option seller, तो आप क्या करोगे, PCR अगर पॉजिटिव है और there is a breakout happening, so you will sell a put option. You will sell a put option. So what you will do is, PCR is positive, breakout is happening on the upside. So we, as a buyer, we buy call options. So as a seller, you will sell put options, which should be say 100 point away from the at the money. The stop loss would be same, that the previous candle high. So you just practice the concept for say you try it and do a paper trading for next 15 days. You will get a lot of confidence, or you can do it with one lot. एक lot से आप start करो, करके देखो, and I'm 200% sure that you will improve much and much more from the current level where you are, and you will be able to make profits. Entry, sometime I use a VWAP level, and these days I'm using a candlestick breakouts, because in a high wick scenario, the VWAP get breached many times. When the VIX is less than 20, when the VIX is less than 20, so in that case we can use a volume weighted average price. How we use that, जैसे मैं आपको एग्जांपल्स में लेके चलता हूँ, how we use that VWAP. से जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल ये दो तीन एग्जांपल हम लेते हैं लास्ट 4-5 दिनों का. लाइक से फ्राइडे का, लेट्स से मे लेट्स से कल का एग्जांपल लेते हैं 27. निफ्टी एंड दिस इज अ बैंक निफ्टी. सो बैंक निफ्टी में कल आप देखें, बैंक निफ्टी का PCR was positive, so around VWAP we need to buy. So whenever the price crosses VWAP, so we buy. This was a spike near VWAP. आप ये देखो, the price came to the VWAP level, and then there was a bounce. Again it came to the VWAP, bounce. So these 2 points it did not touch the VWAP. So this was a break below VWAP and then bounce. So let's take some other example. It was very volatile yesterday. So when the VIX is less than 2022, in that case you use a candlestick, breakout or breakdown candlestick. But when VIX is less than 20, in that case you can use entry around VWAP. Like say, let's take some other examples. 25th को देखते हैं. 25th को, see this on 25th it worked well. 25th PCR was completely negative PCR. 25th का मतलब हो गया, अगर आप याद करो तो ये this is Wednesday को मार्केट ऊपर खुली, PCR was negative. So it was a negative PCR, and so this was a breakdown below VWAP, trade number 1, then trade number 2, trade number 3, trade number 4. So whenever we reach near VWAP, we can do small jobbing, like हम यहाँ पे बेचे, and it came to this level, so nearly more than 200 point fall. बैंक निफ्टी में भी it was again a fall. तो फॉल, अगर आप इसको निफ्टी का डेटा देखते हैं, लेट्स सी द निफ्टी डेटा. लेट्स सी फ्राइडे का डेटा में देख लेते हैं. Friday, it was a very classical example of on Friday. Friday data was positive, PCR was positive, and there was a this is a VWAP line. Market gap up हुआ बढ़ता गया, then again it came to the VWAP level. This is a VWAP level, and again from here it moved up. So whenever there is a rejection around this level, we can enter around these levels, keeping stop loss below the VWAP level, which should be 60-70 points on Nifty. But the candle breakout is more easy for traders because maybe this live tick by tick VWAP charts are not available with everyone. So, but you must be having a candlestick chart, so that is easily available. So you can that will be more easy and for you to identify, because you all have been looking at a candlestick chart for a very long time. So that will become more easier for you to identify the setup. So either you can use a VWAP. When the VIX is less than 20, then this VWAP works very well. And when the VIX is more than 20, 25, 30, 35, any level, so in that case you use a candlestick chart, so that will give you an edge. I think I'm running out of time. I should move to the question answer session now. Let me finish my slides. There are certain important rules that I'm following. You should also try these rules. So rule number one is trade after 11 a.m. Why after 11 a.m.? We need to identify the strength of PCR. कई बार क्या होगा कि 9:30 पे PCR बनेगा, 9:15 पे PCR चेंज हो जाएगा, फिर 10 बजे PCR कुछ और होगा. So we need to identify the trend of PCR, whether it is a uptrending or downtrending, strength है नहीं है, निफ्टी का PCR अलग है, बैंक निफ्टी का PCR अलग तो नहीं है. So what is actually the PCR is indicating? We normally identify by 11, and then based on that we play breakouts or breakdown. Whenever we enter a naked options, we always keep a stop loss of 2000 rupees per lot, यानी 40 points approximately. यानी अगर आपको लेना एट द मनी कॉल है, नॉट आउट ऑफ मनी कॉल, और आपका 2000 रुपया फिक्स कर लो कि नहीं, 2000 से ज्यादा मुझे लॉस एक लॉट में नहीं देना इन एनी सिचुएशन. Always try to trade जो एट द मनी है, जिसका 0.5 डेल्टा होता है. डेल्टा का मतलब हो गया कि 0.5 डेल्टा का मतलब हो गया कि अगर निफ्टी 1 पॉइंट बढ़ेगी तो दैट विल मूव अप बाय 50 पैसा. और इन द मनी ऑप्शंस यानी जहां पे निफ्टी है उससे नीचे वाले, नॉर्मली व्हाट आई सजेस्ट इज कि ऑलवेज जिस लेवल पे फ्यूचर है उस लेवल का ऑप्शंस आप राउंड ऑफ करके खरीद सकते हो. दैट इज द सिंपल वे टू अंडरस्टैंड. आइदर फ्यूचर वाला और इन द मनी जाना है तो स्पॉट वाला ले सकते हो, बिकॉज नॉर्मली फ्यूचर्स ट्रेड्स एट अ प्रीमियम. तो अगर आप स्पॉट लेवल के हिसाब से लोगे तो दैट विल बिकम स्लाइटली इन द मनी बेस्ड ऑन फ्यूचर्स. तो आप जिस लेवल पे फ्यूचर है या जिस लेवल पे स्पॉट लेवल है, दोनों में से कोई भी ऑप्शन खरीद सकते हो राउंड ऑफ करके. सो दैट इज द बेस्ट टाइप टू बाय, एंड ऑलवेज बाय ऑन अ ब्रेकआउट्स बेस्ड ऑन पीसीआर. नेक्स्ट, always use stop loss with a trigger level. Don't trade any options without stop loss, because अगर आप stop loss नहीं follow करोगे तो on the day of expiry what you have seen that 200 रुपए का put that became zero within 1 hour. So must trade with the stop loss, because a winning trade can be a big losing trade. Markets are very volatile. अगर आप बैंक निफ्टी का देखेंगे तो 500 रुपए का put option went to zero on the day of expiry. So you should always have a stop loss. Never ever trade options without stop loss. अगर हम गेम में होते हैं then we will be able to make money, but if you are out of game then we are finished. So stop loss is a key to options trading. Never risk more than 2000 rupees per lot. Trailing stop loss is most important. यानी आप प्रॉफिट में आ गए, यू ट्रेल योर स्टॉप लॉस. लाइक अभी हमने कैंडलस्टिक की बात करी. देयर इज अ ब्रेकआउट, आपने खरीदा, आपका प्राइस ऊपर चला गया, कीप अ स्टॉप लॉस ऑफ अ प्रीवियस कैंडल लो. Keep a trail your stop loss. If you keep trailing your stop loss, You will not, at least if the trend reverses, you will be able to exit near to your break even price. So trailing stop loss is very important. Rules of profit booking, 40-50 पॉइंट मिले, आप 50% पोजीशन स्क्वायर ऑफ कर दो इंट्राडे में, then you can ride the next positions with the trailing stop loss. But whenever you get 40-50 points, book your 50% position and ride the next 50% position with your buying price as a stop loss. Over leveraging you should avoid. कई ऐसे traders होते हैं जो with a capital of 50,000 they take 10 lots, 15 lots, they deploy all their capitals on one day, and if the trade goes wrong, they are wiped out. So suppose you are trading with a risk capital of 1 lakh, only trade with 2 lots, do some risk management, do some learning, stay some time into the option trading. Once you get a confidence, then you increase your position size. But as a beginner, you should keep learning, and then you should think of earning, because the learning is more important than earning. If you are able to learn it, practice the concept, there is life to earn money, but you need to practice, and practice, then only you will be able to earn money through the concepts. Equal lots in every trade. ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए कि today I made a profit, next day I will double my position, and then again next day profit, third day I will multiply my position, and the third day is loss, I am finished. So at least practice for a month with a equal lots, then increase your position size in a equal distribution, not like in a multi-level increment. So in that case you can get hit in a big way. Naked options, do not hold it for more than 2 days, because these are the weekly options. अगर 2 दिन में profit नहीं आ रहा है, then that is going to wipe out. So always I either try to book it in a same day or maximum next day, but don't carry it for more than 2 days. 2 दिन से ज़्यादा naked options carry करना can be very very risky. So it's all. Thank you for my side. Some books if you want to read. I have 2 books which I am reading. One second. These are the books which no one. One is Option as a Strategic Investment. You can write down. This is a book which is a good book. You can read out.
नितिन जी थोड़ा सा ऊपर करके दो,
ठीक है,
थोड़ा और ऊपर.
अच्छा
Yes.
हाँ.
Yes. Perfect.
And the second book is, which is also a very good book, The Bible of Option Strategies. This is also a very good book. You can try it out. These 2 books will give you lots of concepts, and recently I think you have noted it. And the third book, if you want to read on candlestick, this is a very good book on candlestick. A very very simple and basic concept and workable patterns are given in this book. So it is again a very good book. You can try it out. Karan, this book is visible.
Yes, the ultimate guide to candlestick chart pattern.
Yeah. So this is for a basic candlestick. Not basic. Basically, in this book, the workable patterns are given. Like say, we all read many candlestick, but all candlestick patterns are not. They don't have that much accuracy. Like say, there are some, like say, individual bullish candles. Once again, there are some candles which has got high accuracy, and some candles which has got low accuracy. So this book basically describes about the patterns which has got high accuracy. Like say, these are some bullish patterns which has got very high accuracy. So if you find these kind of candlestick pattern anytime into the market, you can just recognize it. So these are the bullish. So like say this inverted hammer, this is a very workable candlestick pattern. So you can read this book, these 3 books, which are useful. So all thank you from my side, Karan. I think I tried to give my best. If I went out of time even.
Yeah, thank you, Nitin ji, for such a wonderful presentation. We
Yes.
audience, if you have any questions, there's a question box. You can write all of your questions. I will read it out for you. So questions are here. So I will, I will take questions one by one. Jaswinder Singh, वो पूछ रहे हैं कि how to see PCR ratio on your site. It requires password.
Whatever I have shown is that data is used by SMC Auto Trender. SMC का एक platform है, that is a chargeable platform. SMC charges nearly 5,000 rupees for per quarter. यानी 1,500 रुपए की costing है per महीने की. तो either you can subscribe it. So there is one option. Second is you can pull the data from NSC and develop your own Excel sheet. So that is the second option. So that needs coding. Third option is there are you can go to the NSC website. वहाँ पे आप you need to do a manual work. हर 15 मिनट में आपको data note करना पड़ेगा. So that becomes a complex. And the fourth option is you can subscribe to other platforms which gives a option chain data analysis. There are platforms like Opstra. There are platforms like there are many platforms, but what data that I have shown is SMC Auto Trender. You can also explore it. And I think that is a valuable software. You can explore it. SMC charges 5,000 rupees for 1 quarter. Next question.
Yeah. Another question is from before Gupta actually is complimenting it. It was a wonderful presentation, Nitin.
Thank you, Vibhor, and thank you, Vibhor. Thank you very much.
Deep insights into PCR. Can we use PCR to identify exit point from the trade? If yes, then how?
Because PCR is basically a entry signals. Exit you need to take. Basically, this is an entry level signal. This will not help you in exiting. Like अभिमन्यु की महाभारत में एंट्री तो आ गई, but exit में you need to book a profit, because PCR में say if you exit and say PCR, one signal that you can use it, if the PCR value is decreasing, then you can exit from the trade. But normally what we use is we use a risk to reward ratio. यानी कि अगर से 30-40 पॉइंट का हम रिस्क ले रहे हैं, and then we book profit at 1.5 reward. यानी अगर हमने 30 का रिस्क लिया है तो 40-45 पॉइंट पे we book the profit. So PCR is a entry level signals, and for exit you need to book profits on the time, or you need to keep trailing the stop loss. That is the answer to your question.
Okay. Another question is from Subhash. He's asking, sir, what is Odin percentage, and what is the use of it? According to sell, how far strike should we sell and stop loss for it?
The ODN percentage is a different trading tricks that is not part of the today's webinar, because that will again take next half an hour to discuss the ODN percentage technique. So that is a different technique which is to identify within seconds that what can happen into the market. So in sometime next webinars that I would be taking, because that will take next 45 minutes. So ODN percentage is a kind of open interest, a trick of tracking the open interest.
नितिन जी, आपका क्या एडवाइस है? क्वेश्चन आया, उसको मैं पूरी अच्छी तरह से नहीं ले पा रहा हूँ. बेसिकली इज आस्किंग कि मैंने लाखों रुपया मतलब नुकसान कर दिया स्टॉक मार्केट में. नाउ आई हैव लेफ्ट विथ वेरी लिटिल अमाउंट. अब क्या करूँ? मार्केट में ऑप्शंस में ट्रेड करना छोड़ दूँ या फिर ट्रेड कंटिन्यू रखूँ?
Don't lose faith. We can make money into the options. First you do a paper trading. जो ट्रिक्स मैंने आज आपको सिखाई है, आप 15 दिन इसकी पेपर ट्रेडिंग करो, एंड you will get a lot of confidence because you just maintain the discipline और उससे आप 10-15 दिन just try and do a paper trade. And अगर आपको लगता है कि नहीं you are able to make money, then start with a 1-2 lots and slowly you will be able to recover your money. ऐसा नहीं है कि nothing can be done. जैसे मैं आपको जाते जाते कुछ कोट्स दिखा देता हूँ. मेरी स्क्रीन आ गई?
हाँ.
अब आप रीड कर सकते हो. दिस इज फॉर दिस जेंटलमैन ओनली एंड आई कीप दिस ऑन माय डेस्कटॉप. टॉप 10 Elon Musk rules for success. Never give up. Like say as you said that you've lost your capital, don't give up. You can make, follow the principles and try it for next 10-15 days and then again revise the concept and do it. Like what you do, focus on the signals, not over noise. Like focus on the signals that we discussed. Focus on the breakout, not on the news, not on what is happening here and there, not on TV channels. Focus on the signals, focus on the breakouts, focus on the signal, focus on the breakdown. So that is point number 3. Take a risk. These points are very much similar to we all traders. Take a risk. Like say sometimes we feel that this breakout will fail, not fail, we don't take a trade. So if we are confident with the setup, just take a risk and trade it. Do something important. Do not listen to the little man. That means don't listen to the other people. Do your setup, do with the confidence. Look for the problem solvers and have a great product. Work super hard, you will succeed. Thank you.
Another question is from Lawrence. How to buy a put or call near VWAP? That is how to know when to enter into the call using VWAP.
No, buy near VWAP whenever price comes to the VWAP. जब भी volume weighted average के आसपास आता है, you can enter it. But अभी के scenario में just look for the breakouts. Don't either you can. There are two entry scenario. One is you buy near VWAP, and the second is you buy the breakouts of a candle, 30-minute candle. VWAP is volume weighted average price. जब भी VWAP के आसपास आती है and the PCR is positive, you can buy call options. Or whenever the PCR is negative and the price comes to the VWAP, you can buy put options. So this is one entry setup, and the second entry setup is if the PCR is positive more than 1.25, you buy the breakouts. If the PCR is less than 0.75, you sell the breakdowns, you buy put options. So these are the two entry setup. You can do any of the two. So what I suggest is when the VIX is greater than 20, use the breakouts candlestick, breakdown candlestick. When the VIX is less than 20, then in that case use the entry near VWAPs.
Okay, next question is from Ankita. As per you, if PCR is 0.75 to 1.25, one should not take trade. So please get color coding in the PCR data chart rectified to avoid visual confusion. I think it is. She's referring to your.
Yeah, she must be using it, right? We will do it. We will do it because that situation indicates that we should not either play the breakouts or we should not play the breakdowns. So both might fail. So that is the situation when the VIX, when the PCR is in between this range. So this is a consolidation or a sideways indications.
So Renuka is asking what are the other data that should be tracked along with PCR.
Along with PCR, you can track VIX volatility index. That is a most reliable indicator. Because when the PCR is moving up and the VIX is down, so that gives some more confidence that this is a valid breakout. So you can combine PCR with the VIX indicator. So whatever I'm talking is, I'm talking of a quantitative indicator rather than the technical indicator. So technical indicators are Bollinger Bands, moving averages, RSI. So my focus generally remains on a quantitative indicators or a sentimental indicator, which is PCR and a VIX.
If Bhagat is asking, don't you think watching 15 minutes is high risk as Nifty, Bank Nifty moves in minutes? It can hit the stop loss. Please help to understand.
No, like say if you trade with a 1 minute, so that will give you a lot of stress also, because अगर आप 1 minute पे trade करोगे तो target will be small, stop loss will be hitting, you cannot trade for a longer target also. But अगर आप से 30 minute candles में trade कर रहे हो तो you get a decent stop loss, you get a decent target, and plus markets these days markets has a ATR of say I will show you one thing, like say this is a market ATR, average true range. So at the ATR market Nifty का ATR is 300 point, यानी every day high low 300 point तो Nifty का बनना ही बनना है, because market का ATR is 300. तो 300 point high low है. So when the ATR is 300 point, you will not be able to trade with 1 minute candle. You need to, because the swings are very high. In that case, you need to trade with a higher time frame. अगर आप बैंक निफ्टी का देखोगे तो इट इज 730 पॉइंट का ATR है, so it's a very high ATR. So in this scenario 1 minute candle will not work. You can, अगर आप शॉर्ट टर्म ट्रेडर हो, बहुत छोटा ट्रेड कर रहे हो तो 15 मिनट पे आप जा सकते हो, बट आइदर 15 मिनट और 30 मिनट विल वर्क.
Okay, Shubham is asking whether long strangles provide any benefits in volatility scenario.
Long strangle in a weekly options, long strangle or straddles are very risky to trade, because weekly options has got a very high time value decay. So strangles means you buy both calls and put. So I don't think that is very good strategy for the long term. कभी पैसा आएगा, कभी बहुत ज़्यादा लग जाएगा. These days markets are volatile, so sometime you might get profits, but it is not a very good strategy for a longer time frame.
Okay, Anu Bajpayee is thanking you for a very good, informative and educative session.
Thank you, Anuj. Thank you, sir. Thank you for your patience.
There's a question whether option selling is more beneficial on expiry day.
What I think is option buying is more beneficial, because option buying, if you can do a timing, you can make more money than the option seller. Plus option selling requires a lot of expertise, and option selling gives lesser money than the option buying. So what I prefer is, I prefer always option buying. You can do option selling also, that needs more capital, but on the day, as you asked, that on the day of expiry option selling is better or option buying is better. So I would say that on the day of expiry option buying is better, because when you are right into the direction, with the help of option buying you can double your capital, but with the help of option selling you can only make small money on the day of expiry. So on the day of expiry, if you follow these tricks, you can make more money in option buying than the selling.
Dhiresh
Yes,
is asking. Dhiresh is asking, how can we put stop loss based on the candlestick in options? Because generally we put stop loss based on strike price.
So options, one method is you take a low of a previous candle low of a Nifty future. So that is one method. And the second method is you can take a low of a option price, but more logical is a low of a future price, because when you take a stop loss of a option price, तो ऑप्शन प्राइसिंग में क्या होता है, देयर इज अ टाइम वैल्यू डिके, सो इट विल नॉट मैच अप. लाइक से अगर आप फ्राइडे को देखोगे तो निफ्टी डिड नॉट टच इट्स लो ऑन अ, देयर वाज सम स्पाइक अराउंड 11:30. उसमें क्या हुआ, जो ऑप्शंस था एट द मनी दैट टच्ड द लो, बट निफ्टी डिड नॉट. मैं आपको दिखाता हूँ व्हाट हैपेंड. 16,300 की कॉल ऑप्शन पे हम देखते हैं. 16,300 की कॉल ऑप्शन में व्हाट वाज हैपनिंग. 16,300 का कॉल ऑप्शन, लेट्स सी 30 मिनट कैंडलस्टिक चार्ट. सो सी दिस कैंडल डेट इज टुडे. हाँ, यहाँ पे आप देखिए 12:30 पे 16,300 का कॉल टच्ड द लो 134. Whereas अगर हम निफ्टी में देखेंगे तो निफ्टी का कैंडल इट डिड नॉट टच टुडे सेशन, both यहाँ पे भी breakdown था, it was so what I am suggesting here is if you are playing a breakout, like say अगर आपने ये breakout play किया है तो you should take a low of this low as a stop loss price rather taking a कैंडलस्टिक इस प्राइस का लो लेने की बजाय आप निफ्टी फ्यूचर का लो or you can just do a delta calculation. If you are fine in Greeks, then you can calculate the delta कि low price पे what could be the possible price for option and adjust the time value, and then you can get a fair pricing. But to keep it very simple, keep a low price of the futures previous candle as a stop loss. Next question.
Okay, there's a question with limited amount of capital, like rupees for 2 lakhs, which is better option, buying or selling? I guess it is buying is better.
With a limited capital, it is always a buying of options. And if you have a 2 lakh capital, don't take more than maximum 4 lots. Yani on 50,000, 1 lot, 1 lakh, 2 lot, 1.5 lakh, 3 lot, and 2 lakhs, 2 lots, 4 lots, sorry. So in order to manage your risk, 1 लाख के कैपिटल पे 2 लॉट और 2 लाख के कैपिटल पे 4 लॉट, मैक्सिमम पोजीशन साइज आपकी इतनी होनी चाहिए, और you should go for buying, not for selling.
Okay. Next question is from Ajit Krishnamurthy. What is the chart interval you suggest for intraday, and is the just a second, and is the VWAP based on the future index?
Sir, for intraday, maximum 15-minute and 30-minute. Either you can go for 15-minute charts or you can go for 30-minute chart. अगर आप ज़्यादा छोटा चार्ट में जाओगे, say 5 minute or 1 minute, so that will give you lots of confusions. You will have many breakouts and many breakdown, and that will confuse you into the trading. So minimum start with the 15-minute. What I use is I normally use 15 and 30-minute candle, combination of 15 and 30 minute. Next question.
Okay. Now I think we are crossing the time limit. People are thanking you for the excellent presentation. A lot of thanks are coming in.
Thank you everyone. Thank you each and every participant.
Rupali, can you hear me?
Yes.
Thank you, Nitinji, for taking time out from your busy schedule and presenting at our conference.
No, thank you, Karan. I always like to do your webinars, and even I'd like to join your online, no, not online, the live concerts, live programs that you are planning. So hope that you do a very big offline conference soon. We are just waiting.
Yes. In November, December, our expo and all 3 conferences will be happening together. 2 exhibitions and 3 conferences in November, December that will be organized at a very grand scale in Mumbai.
Karan is my very good friend of me, and I have been learning GAN from Karan these days, and I have also started order flow analysis with the help of Karan. Thank you, Karan.
Nitinji, you are a perfect mentor for everyone who wants to trade index options, and traders, if attendees and traders, if you know, Nitinji is having a Telegram channel which is very popular in country today, so you can take a lot of I don't say tips, but you can get a lot of market insights from his Telegram channel. So you can join his channel also to learn a lot of methods how he trades in the index options.
Thank you very much, Karan, for the nice compliment.
Thank you so much, sir. It was indeed a very insightful session for sure.
Thank you for the nice introduction. Thanks all participants. See you again. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.